fellow can see and reveal the inner thoughts of people. He happens to be what many consider the world's living master of ESP, none other than the amazing Kreskin. Kreskin, welcome to the party, and amazing.
You know, I've got, in a party situation, we've got an ideal situation here, working with people very close, and there's a kind of an ideal rapport. I'm letting all of you, if you will, lower your pendulums to the board, and I'm going to show you something a little bit unorthodox. Your name again is what?
Larry.
Larry, I just came in a little while ago, and I haven't been introduced to all of you. It's kind of nice to join the party. Larry, in this deck, and this is not a trick, I'm doing this as an attempt to project an idea. The rest of you can rest your boards. There's a card face down. As I state colors and suits, you watch your pendulum, and your pendulum is going to reveal when I name the nature of the card. For example, Larry, a card can either be red or black. Is it red? Look down at your pendulum, and you'll get almost a spontaneous yes or no response. Now, you've gotten a yes. Larry, you know there are only two red suits, hearts or diamonds. Ask yourself out loud which it is.
Hearts.
If it is not a heart, it will go no suddenly. If it is, it will go yes. Since you've gotten a no on the hearts, your mind says it's a diamond. Now, Larry, you want to ask if it's a number or a picture card. Name either area, if you will.
Number.
Look down at the pendulum. It's interesting, Hef. There was a momentary pause because obviously he has no idea of what card I'm thinking of, but you're getting a yes. Now, do you want to name numbers until you get a yes answer? You'll start getting no's until you get the correct number. Out loud now.
1, 2.
Slowly now.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Look what's happening. It's very obvious that the moment he said 6, he started to get a directional yes. Now, you narrowed it down to red, you narrowed it down to diamonds, and you've gotten to the numerical value of 6. I'm going to ask you to do this for me, lest anyone think that we're doing some kind of sleight of hand effect. On camera, I pointed out that I had deliberately turned down a card, and actually there's only one person that was in the dressing room who knew it. You actually showed 6 of diamonds. Turn that over on camera, if you will. Oh. You know, I've been in this field for 23 years, and this particular test that I'm going to demonstrate now, I think we're going to take the full time to do it, is something that I rarely do in public, although in my nightclub appearances I like to conclude the show with this. I sometimes will use telephone directories, many times a stock exchange page, and we actually gotten a hold of a New York Times page for today. Bill, how about if you come over here and join me? And I have everyone just move from this side of the room and join the party out front. Bill, do you want to sit down here? Hef's going to remain where he is at this moment. Bill, I'm actually not a fortune teller in any way, shape, or form. I do not quite believe in prophecy. I've used this so many times that actually I think it's weather-worn from celebrities, so it's kind of with a bit of pride that Hef, I will have you add your signature to this. But if you'll hold that for a moment, Bill, we have here the New York Times issue. Actually, it's one of the recent issues. This was given to me a few minutes ago, and I haven't had too much time to look at it. But I'm going to pick the stock exchange page. We'll have everyone kind of move over so that they're not too aware of what we're using. Let's set this down like this. Now, Bill, it's an entire page except for ads of the New York Stock Exchange transactions. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. There really are no pictures on the page. We've merely got a page of stocks. Give me a second to read, only in terms of stocks, the entire page. All right. Now, I have not memorized it, but I have a darn good visual imagery of all 723 stocks on that page. Again, this is not a prediction. I'm going to give this to Hef on camera. We'll seal this. I have no one to my right or left, only to stress the fact that none of you are aware of what I've written down. Hef, would you put your signature, your initials right on the envelope? And then I will have you hold on to it for the time being. We'll just hold it there. It's going to be out of my possession. Mm-hmm. Now, Bill, all I want to do is attempt to project into your mind an idea. I'm going to give you this pen. You're going to take it in your hand, and you're going to draw on the page a circle, something like that. For heaven's sakes, Bill, don't do this, because you would cover too many stocks on the page. Your eyes will be closed. We're going to treat this seriously. As soon as you come down, you draw a tiny circle. Now, Bill, are you right or are you left-handed, please, sir?
Right-handed.
Right-handed. Take this, if you will, in your right hand. I'm going to block Bill. I don't think you will mind my doing this. But hold your pen over the page, Bill. High over the page. Don't touch it. Now, rotate your hand in a large circle around the page, but don't touch it. He hasn't brought it to the page yet. When you lift your hand off the page, once you've drawn a circle, just lift your hand high off the page. You ready, Bill?
Yes, I do the circle.
Now, Bill, I haven't looked yet. Open your eyes, and lest we take much time, would you check the page to see if you've circled any stock or part of a stock? Just say yes or no.
Unfortunately, it hit parts of two, mainly one stock.
Mainly one
name.
stock,
Yes.
parts of two. Actually, you drew twice then, didn't you? You came down twice on the page.
Not on the name.
Yeah, he came down, and he came down again, and the second time you hit what?
Pitney Bowes?
Unfortunately, it's two stocks, isn't it? Pitney, and the one above that is Pillen, but P-I-T-N-E-Y. The first time he hit, he started to almost draw a tear into the page, but that was spelled P-I-T-N-E-Y. You want to check that for me? P-I-T-N-E-Y. Hef, would you open that envelope, please?
You gotta be kidding.
It's interesting. The first time he touched the page and he lifted it off and came down again, he hit the margin. Nothing. Want to open it and show it to our camera?
Oh, I don't know.